These are the racing lofts. The brick loft here is more for the long distance birds, and the loft there, the little wooden loft, is more for the middle distance birds. As you can see, we have Jordan traps, which I found brilliant for trapping. We use ETS for timing in, and as I say, the Jordan traps have been one of the best things I've ever bought. In the nice weather, this is what I do. In the really nice weather, I put these wire frames in the trap for extra ventilation. And that works. It's a simple idea, but it works equally as well. So inside, the door drops down, and we have the bob wires for the ETS timing. This one's exactly the same, and that one there is exactly the same, but that's for the more short and middle distance birds in there. And the little green loft at the end is where I race a few hens on widowwood. That's worked very well for me. But we'll have a look inside the wooden loft first, and I can show you a few of the good pigeons and the interior of the loft itself. Right. This is the interior of the wooden loft. Up and over boxes, mostly indoors with a few Coolerman pigeons in them. Grid floors, which I've had for many years, saves a lot of work and also stops any problems with worms and coccidiosis. I can show you now a few of the good old pigeons in this loft. Stock. That's Engelscock, first national BBC fougères, doing 1477 that day. It's a real good cock. He was only just a yearling when he won that race. He's bred some good pigeons as well. Pure Engels. The other one. This is a hen. This is a pigeon I call Marika. She's first section, second Open Midland National Young Birds. So she's almost a national winner. That's Marika. This is a strain that I'm just really starting the last 2 years trying out. This is Marika Vink, hence her name, Marika. Beautiful hen. And one or two have said to me that I ought to put this pigeon to stop, but we all need good racing pigeons. She is a real good racing pigeon. She's flown well this year as a yearling. That's another good one. This is the 119, another one of the birds, and another grandson of snake that I timed in the BBC again, fougères race, and he also won the Elite Yearlings race the same year. This is another very, very good cock. They're just coming up to finish the molt now on the end flights, end of November. This loft as well, you can see there the little pop hole there, that's for the aviary outside. That's normally where the hens go, where the widowwood hens go. Just on the last day before we basket the box, I put them in there for convenience and then let them through. Just open the flap and let them in rather than carry. But normally the hens are kept in a separate aviary, well away from it, so that the cocks can't hear them. Whether it makes any difference, I'm not sure, but I prefer to do it that way. But in the winter, and occasionally in the summer, I'll leave the trap open and the widowwood cocks can go in there as well. And I'll put the frame in the window as I've just shown you outside. They're just fed in a trough as much as they want on the floor, and Nothing complicated. It's just a simple wooden loft that I made myself. Always comes into form first, this one, because it gets the sun a lot easier than the other one. The other's a cooler place, but it works well really because they come later in the year. We'll have a look in there next. This is the interior of the brick loft. You see, slightly different to the other one. It's a wider loft, same traps. This one has two sections. Grid floor, exactly the same. Birds fed in the troughs as much as they would. These tend to be the longer distances in this one. Nothing complicated. This is a cooler and slightly darker loft to the other one. This one always comes in form later than the wooden loft that we've just been in, which is an advantage in the summer. This pigeon I'm holding here now, this is one of the cocks that races in here. This is a bird I call the Kleiner snake. Always been a good pigeon. He was timed at 9:47 at night, 15 hours and 37 minutes on the wing. Grandson of snake, you can see the grizzled colour in the image. And he was second section, 6th Open National on Bordeaux. First ace pigeon in the northwest section and 4th Open ace pigeon. Brilliant cock. It's just from the same line as a lot of other good winners. He lives in this box here. Moving on from him, this one here is his daughter. This is the daughter of that cock. And this is the yearling hen that I timed to be 2nd section J, NFC, in the very hard Cholet race this year. Very difficult race. I say she was 2nd section, only beaten by a very short place. So again, it passes. That cock is a granddaughter of snake, this is a great granddaughter of snake. Keeps passing on down through the generations. Catch it again. Show you the balloon. Go on that other end if there's strangers about. This is another excellent pigeon. This is a pigeon I call Balloon, or Ballon in Belgium, but I call him Balloon. Because when he was a yearling, he's crop blue, and I had to slit it with a razor blade and let all the air out. But he's never done that since. Brilliant cock. He was first fed from Saints, 511 miles as a yearling, only bird on the day. He's been 4 times Saints, list of prizes from Saints, and then he was 3rd section, 14th Open on Bordeaux this year. Brilliant cock. This all being well, with the one for Tarp this year. Incidentally, that Bordeaux race, that's the only night out he's ever had in his life. But it was a difficult race. 570 miles northwest wind. So I timed the Kleiner snake on the night and I timed him early next morning at something after 5. Very good cock. And his daughter's a very good racer as well. Another good old racer, the 83. 3 times 1st section, 3rd section, 4th section, 6th section, and a list of minor positions. He's actually the old Engels line, but he gets up as far as Bordeaux, and certainly Saints, 511. Another brilliant old cock. He's finished now. This is his last season. He's from 04. He'll go into the breeders. As I was saying before, this loft, it being cooler and slightly darker, they tend to come into form later in the year in here, which is a big advantage. This year, with the weather being so warm, the other loft was in form right from day one, and unfortunately that made a big difference at the end of the season, because I had the form very early. I couldn't have it late as well, but there again this loft takes over. It works very well. And that's the only, even in the racing season, I still put the wireframes in the windows to let the air in and the sun, which is a darker loft anyway. It's not a very nice day today, but normally it's when the sun streams through there and they lie in it. It works very well. Okay, we'll have a look at now the old snake. This is the little garden, as I call it. This is where the breeders and the young birds race. It's about 20 yards away from the other lofts. The only problem I have is breaking the youngsters from there to over there. It works out well. This is the breeding loft here, and I'll just show you the main old cock. I don't know whether you've ever seen him, have you seen him?
No, yeah.
This is the old boy. That's old snake. He's the sire, grandsire, great-grandsire. A long list of winners. He's a little bit behind the others in molting because he reared a very late nest with his own half-sister. Well, that's it. Brilliant race. Won over 8,500 as a racer. Almost every race he went in, he was first to the loft. Never ever did I see him come online up the front, he just appeared above. Beautiful old cock. Watches everything. He's from 02 now, he'll be 10 next year. When he say he's just one of them that's bred so many good pigeons. Good breeder all his life. I wished I had another dozen like him. But they're very hard to get. Impossible to get. Yes. So this is open like this all the while, and the breeders also have access to the aviaries out there during the summer. They can go outside as well. That's the shutting otherwise, because they hawk problems. He would normally be flying out, but I wouldn't like some peregrine to carry him off. So I'll leave him shut up. But he's quite happy. And that's him.